The other thing I have to do here is take the carburetor off, because I'm going to rejet the carburetor. So to disconnect the throttle cable for this application, I'm going to get in here to these screws, which attach the whole throttle cable to the carburetor. So then what you do is, now that you've got that done, we've got this little thing right here. And that's like the throttle body. So you take your cable and you lift it up until it can slide through that hole. Then you slide that whole slug and everything just out of there. I'm going to remove the exhaust. It looks like I have another bolt here I got to take out. Then I want to show, I don't know if you can see this very well or not. Well, here, let's just do this. There's a couple of springs right here. And that's what hold the exhaust, two pieces of the exhaust together. And I'm going to show you how I remove them. I don't know if it's the easiest way or not, but it's the way I do it. 12 millimeter to get this last thing off for. Now, let's focus in on these springs here. It's going to be hard to see everything I'm seeing, I think. So this one specifically here, you can see that this is like facing you. So that's twisted. It's actually easy to take off this one. So what I do is I get a pair of vice grips, any kind will do, so I can get a good grip on it. And I come in here and I grip the spring and you just got it. This actually takes a reasonable amount of force. I was surprised the first time I did this. And pull it off. I don't know if you saw that or not. The more on top you get, the easier it is because you have more control. If you try to grab too much on this side piece, it wants to like twist the spring too much, and then you I don't know, it just makes it harder to take off. So those are my two springs, and then my exhaust is going to come right out of here. Okay, so one of the things we're going to do is get in the carburetor. Now what we have here is we got the fuel line, it looks like, coming in here is covered with this spring to help protect it. And for some reason that I'm not sure of, it goes into the intake manifold as well as into this diaphragm back over here. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to just go around here. Okay, and it looks like we have it attached to this diaphragm. Pull this off. And then it looks like right up here there's a little clip that's holding the fuel tank, the fuel line on. So what I'm gonna do is just pull it out through there. Of course I need to retain this little clip. Oh, okay, so You obviously don't want to lose this little snap ring. And then I'm going to slide this out of here. Okay, so that's our fuel line. Out of the way. Now we have to disconnect this is the cover for the automatic choke assembly. Okay, so what I've decided to do is actually go in here and just totally remove this assembly. There's a screw here and there's a screw on the other side of it for removing it. So now this should lift right out of here. Up. Obviously we want to keep that. It's the little piece that helps hold it in place. And then you just take this tab right here and bend it back out of the way and pull that out. Okay, so I am noticing that it looks to me as if the pipes, the tubes I removed before were not the carburetor. I mean, not the fuel. So this is the fuel. The other tubes appear to have been some kind of vacuum pump hoses that give us the vacuum suction we need to get the fuel into the carburetors. But this is the fuel hose. So the fuel line has this little clip you want to pinch down on and slide back out of the way. Oh, and that's the fuel line removed. Looks as if there's one more hose down here towards the bottom that needs to be removed. Before we can remove this hose here, we need to take the carburetor out of its position. And I'm pretty sure I moved everything, and we should be able to pull this out of here now. Okay, so you're going to take a short screwdriver and undo this clamp right here on the air intake. And you don't need to completely remove it, we're just loosening it. So then grab a hold of the carburetor and give it a twist and wiggle it out of position. Then you have it. So now we have this final hose. See, this clip has these two little tabs, and you just give it a squeeze and slide that back, and then you're going to pull this hose off of here. The carburetor removed. The fuel that's coming out of it is basically just fuel from the cup. So now I'm going to take this into the shop and we're going to replace the main jet. And I want to do it in the shop because that's the cleanest conditions. Then we can come back and put this carburetor back in. Alright.